What's up, world? It's your boy, AJ the Black World Traveler. Welcome to my channel. I am on a mission of getting more subscribers. If you like the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification button and like and share the video if you like this video. So today, this is something that's important that people probably don't know about, but there are some tips you need to know when you travel abroad, and I'll give them to you. We're going to talk about that. So before you go to a country, there are certain things you should know, and I'm going to give you some tips. So the first thing you should do before you go to any country, if it's your first time traveling or you traveled before, but you've never done this, these are things you need to know to do when you travel abroad. The first thing you need to do is make sure that when you travel abroad, that you take a photocopy of your passport. That is an old school way, but always make a photocopy of your passport. You can email it to yourself. You can screenshot it and email it to yourself. Give a copy to your family or just friends. But if you don't want nobody having your personal, information, just email make a copy of your passport and email it to yourself. Save it in your phone, whatever. Also, get you the passport ID. And the reason why you want the passport ID, because when you travel, you don't want to go around a country with your passport on you. It's always good to leave your passport at a safe place if you're somewhere traveling. Always leave your passport in a place where it can be safe. So purchase the passport ID. Second thing, when you travel to another country, wherever you go somewhere, always go online and research the country. Like, learn the laws, learn the cultures. There's so much information online, so you don't have no reason to go to a place and say, well, I didn't know what was going on, or I didn't know the rules. Like, when you go to a place, always get online and research it. You can go on YouTube, or you can just Google it. Look at the laws. Look up, some people have bad habits. For instance, I was just in Colombia last month, and I met these girls. Actually, I met this one lady, and she said basically she was here with her friends, and I hung out with her one night, and these American girls pulled up. They were kind of loud, had the music blasting in the Uber. They pulled up. They got out twerking, and they were wilding out. So the Uber driver got their luggage out of the car. He took off. You could tell he was kind of uncomfortable. So they go into the hotel room, take their luggage, and they come out and start smoking weed outside. Now, locals do not smoke weed outside. One thing you have to understand, if the locals don't do it, you don't do it. Make sure that you understand the laws and the regulations of taking any kind of narcotics, any kind of stimulants, whatever you decide to do. Because even though it's allowed in certain parts of the USA, where I'm from, do not do that. Number 3, never assume that the laws are the same in your country like other countries. In certain parts of the world, like I traveled to South America. Now in the USA, we're very violent. We're really aggressive. You see people arguing, fighting, road rage. You see these kind of things all the time. It's so common for somebody to get in an argument with somebody. You shootings and stabbings. And I mean, I'm not trying to just make my country sound bad, but we have that problem. I've been traveling to Central and South America lately. I've been to Colombia 3 times. I've been to Panama 3 times. I've been to Costa Rica once, to Mexico. To be real, I've never seen people argue. And I mean, I stayed in Panama for 30 days. I never seen an argument. I never seen a fist fight. I never seen nothing violent. That people kind of do their thing, and it's because the culture is just, people respect each other. I'll give you a good example. I was in the Navy back in 1990 to 1994. And we always get briefed whenever we go to a foreign country, that you're an ambassador. And, if you get caught certain kind of things, if you get in trouble with some things, it might not be able to help you out. So we had a Marine that was drunk. He got into it with a cab driver. He beat the cab driver up. We were there for 5 days. He beat the cab driver that night. He was convicted and 15 years in prison for beating up a cab driver. The Middle East does not tolerate, they don't tolerate violence. He spent 15 years. He was convicted and already in prison before we left out on those 5 days. So trust me, make sure you control your temper, you know. Another tip, when you go to a foreign country and you are going for like a holiday stay. Now, me personally, I'm an Airbnb guy because the Airbnbs are always in safe places. When you book a hotel, sometimes, you know, unless it's 5-star, 4-star, it might not be in a nice area. But I believe that you should have an Airbnb account because Airbnbs are always in nice places. Usually you can communicate with the host. They're very, very, sometimes, and they're a lot affordable. And if you want to experience the culture, you know, live inside of the community. Like, get a chance to experience the culture. So number 6, kind of backs off number 5. If you really want to embrace the culture of a place, live amongst the people. You don't have to live in a poor neighborhood or dangerous neighborhood, but live amongst the people. Find out what's popular. You know, go to the places that the locals go to. I always say, do what the locals do. Don't do what the tourists do. Most tourists are going to go to the places where, you know, only tourists go. Like, for instance, in Colombia, in Medellin, Colombia, there's a lot of negative press of, you know, dudes getting drugged and robbed. But and some people saying that, you know, Medellin is not the same way it used to be. It's all turned out and everything. Well, I can speak for a black traveler. Most black travelers, even a lot of the black YouTube channels, whenever they promote these places, they always promote the ghetto spots for some reason. I don't know why. But when people go to Medellin, Colombia, they go to Parquilleras. Now, Parquilleras to me, when I went there in 2018, I was there for 20 days in Colombia, in Medellin. I did not like Parquilleras. It was a lot of prostitutes. When you go inside the clubs, most of the women inside of the clubs are prostitutes. So you're not going to a club where it's just normal women. You're going in there where they're prostitutes. Or they're, you know, and so when you try to talk to a girl and you're hanging out with her, whatever, she's usually a working girl. I really don't like working girls. I don't like prostitutes. I don't like strippers. So if you want to go to a nice disco or a nice place, find out where the locals go. Go to the local spots. You know, you don't have to go to, if it's in a dangerous neighborhood, don't go. But I found some cool little spots in pockets. You know, I found a vegan restaurant in this one area in Antigua, and I stayed in Antigua. When I went down there, I caught an Uber down there, and the guy dropped me off at the wrong location. It's like down the way where I was going. But the neighborhood was really clean. It kind of reminded me of some of the neighborhoods like in Berkeley, California, or like LA. It was really clean. It was, you know, it was bright. It was, you know, street lights. The homes were nice. It was something that I didn't expect. And so, you know, these are the tips that I give you because sometimes people don't know better. They just go where the crowd goes. Whenever you go to a foreign country, I know for some reason why it's always happened, but usually in the black community, when black travelers travel nowadays, since they have the movements of the passport bros, and a lot of them saturate the same areas. A lot of them saturate the same areas, and they frequent the same areas. And then if, you know, you're hanging out, say you know, young man, you want to meet a nice lady. If you go to the clubs, you know, where all the tourists go, you're going to probably meet the girls that ain't really the ones you want to talk to. If you're trying to have something serious, you know, or somebody you want to just meet. Like, you got to go where the locals go. Go to the local barbershops. Oh, yeah. So tip number 7. It's going to bounce off number 6. Support the local businesses. When you travel, always, you know, go to, you know, if you want to get familiar with the people and enjoy the culture, even if you don't know the language well, you know, try to speak the language. But the thing is, support the local businesses. Go to the local restaurants, the local gyms. When I travel overseas, I always sign up to a gym. If I'm there for 20, 30 days, 10 days, I always sign up with a gym. Do a temporary, you know, gym membership so I can stay in shape. Plus, you meet a lot of the locals. Go to the local barbershops, get your hair cut, local beautician, local braid, or whatever you do with your hair and your makeup. Go to local nail shop. Get the experience of the people and be friendly, man. Like, don't go there with this attitude like, oh, I'm an American and everybody got to cater to me. No, man, go there with a humble attitude. If you go there and you're nice to people, man, you treat people nice, they'll treat you back. They'll treat you nice the same way, and they will look out for you. Because if you go there with an aggressive attitude and you have these entitlement kind of behavior, people aren't going to really feel you, and they're not going to care what happened to you if somebody do something to you. But I know out of my experiences of traveling over 34 years and not having no problems, I always end up becoming friendly with the local people. I did it since I was 18 years old. First time I went to Thailand, I ended up meeting a couple that, with everybody was at these certain clubs where the hip hop clubs were. I always went the opposite direction. And I remember I went to this one restaurant. It was like nobody in there. I went there and sat down and had a really nice meal. And I ended up getting acquainted with the owner and his wife. And we talked for an hour. Like after I got done eating, I ordered my plate. It was good food. After I got done eating, we talked for a good hour. It was just beautiful. We took pictures together. It's like, get around the people in the culture and enjoy yourself that way. If you don't do that, don't expect for people to look out for you. A lot of times, people, go overseas and they don't get around the people and try to learn and try to build relationships. Just try to, build a friendship and, try to be welcoming. I mean, be welcome. You'll be welcomed if you carry yourself a certain way. So these are some tips that I have for you as a new traveler or an unexperienced traveler. If you like my video, please leave a comment. If you like my video, please leave a comment, like, share, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe. It's your boy, AJ the Black World Traveler, and I am out.